Hey everybody, Nikki here with the Inside Story, and today is chapter 4 of 14 Ways to Die by Vincent Ralph. This is the longest chapter so far, and it is a whopping page and a half. So, here we go. Chapter 4. There are no rules for mourning. When Mom died, the house felt gray and haunted, and Dad didn't look like himself anymore. One day, all the pictures of her disappeared, gone as suddenly as she was. It was Dad's way of preparing me for a truth he couldn't speak. People told him to move, that it was unhealthy to live near the alley where your wife was murdered, but he ignored them. I heard him on the phone once saying he had already lost so much of her. Why would he sell his remaining memories? And that night, the photos returned, filling every surface. She was everywhere and nowhere all at once. I cried, but they weren't real tears. I was copying the sadness of others rather than feeling my own. I believed Mom would come back, convinced she would be the next knock on the door, the next phone call, the next hug from the line of strangers whose touch felt no different from hers. People told Dad to send me to a therapist, but again he ignored them. Grief makes what you have more precious, and by then I was all he had left. So he held me tight through this refusal to make our loss any bigger than it had to be. It was my grandma Nan who changed that. She got tired of Dad's stories and cried if I asked when we could visit Mom in the museum for shiny things. She said I would find out eventually, and the sooner the better, so she told me Mom was gone forever. I called her a liar, I hated her, and then I cried the sharpest, heaviest, most unbearable tears of my life. Your grief journey changes when you aren't looking. It moves in fractions, black shifting through 1,000 shades of gray. It transforms into something else. A dull ache, a numbness that becomes the norm. Websites told me to write a note and put it in a balloon and release it to heaven. Or make a memory quilt and fall asleep wrapped in Mom's best parts. Or make a wish list of all the things to do before I died. I took pictures and hoarded the ones my parents had taken. I drew and painted and wrote shitty poetry and started a feelings journal. None of it worked, but I tried. When I was 14, I got angry and took it out on a dad who refused to fight back. 7 years after Mom was murdered, and he was still a body carrying around a shattered soul, like the newspaper you wrap broken glass in. But it was more than that. He let himself be my punching bag. I treated him terribly, and he took it, because he loved me, and because he knew that when the anger comes, it is vicious and all-consuming. He hid his anger because he had to. I couldn't because I didn't know how. When I Googled the Magpie Man, I got hundreds of articles, but no answers. Just the names of all the people he has murdered and comments from frustrated detectives. He's still out there somewhere, still killing, the monster who took my mother. And that is why the cameras can't start rolling soon enough. That was chapter 4. So this is really a dark story so far. Like, I feel there's going to be a lot of darkness coming our way. Chapter 5 is about the same as what today is. So, I don't know. What do you guys think so far? I'm definitely intrigued for sure. But, yeah. This is dark, guys. I feel like there's going to be a lot of things. Maybe this should have a trigger warning. I'm not sure. We'll see where it goes. Alright, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for chapter 5. Bye.